first grade. Today in geography, we are going to be talking all about maps. Now, we have been talking about the 7 continents already. So, before we get into our maps, we're going to sing the 7 continents. Ready?
Hopscotch! The world is split up into continents. There are 7 in all. And if you get the gist, we're gonna make a list from biggest to small. They are Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally Australia. Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally Australia.
Hey, my name is Asia, and more than half of the world lives here, but whatever.
And I am Africa with desert for miles, and my Nile is the longest river.
North America, start down in Panama, wide open spaces all the way to Canada.
I'm South America with animals galore, where the rainforest grows, 'cause the rain really pours.
I'm Antarctica, and I'm totally ours.
And I'm Europe, you're welcome for the pasta, pizza, waffles, and fries.
I am Australia, some call me Oceania. I got a lot of islands, too many to explain to ya.
We are Asia, Africa, North and South America, Antarctica, Europe, and finally Australia.
Now that we've reviewed our 7 continents, we got to go and review our 5 oceans. So let's sing this song. Ready?
Hopscotch! About 70% of the surface of the earth is ocean water, and it's divided up in 5 parts from biggest to smallest. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, Arctic. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, Arctic.
I'm the Pacific, to be specific. I'm a third of the Earth's surface where my turf is, and my Mariana Trench is the very, very deepest in the sea.
And I'm the Atlantic, named after the Greek god Atlas, with the Bermuda Triangle and the Gulf Stream in me.
I'm the Indian Ocean, I'm the warmest around.
And I'm the Southern Ocean, where Antarctica is found.
And I'm the Arctic, the smallest and the shallowest. But that's fine, you see, I've got more ice than you've ever seen. Even polar bears walk on me.
We're the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, Arctic. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, Arctic.
One more time.
Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, Arctic. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern, Arctic.
Okay, so now that we've reviewed where the 7 continents and 5 oceans are, we know a little bit about the landscape of the Earth. And we now are going to be talking all about maps. So what is a map? A map is just a drawing of Earth's surface. Especially if it's flat, it is known as a map. But if you put that map and you wrap it around a circle, which we've made, it is called a globe. And we started making our globes in class, and I actually still have them in the classroom. And I know that Mrs. Hannah's class, you guys have finished yours, and Miss Amanda's class, I don't know if you have finished or started. But anyways, we were in the middle of that globe project, and so a map that is around a circle is considered a globe. And a globe or a map is just used to find where places are easily. That's really the purpose of a map. And for you to be able to tell somebody about where you're from and for them to be able to locate it for you. So today I'm going to read this story called Me on a Map. All right, and it's going to help us learn a little bit more about the importance of mapping. Okay, so me on a map. This is me. This is me in my room. This is a map of my room. This is me on the map of my room. Okay, so this is her room, and then she drew a map of her room. And you can see that here's the bed. Oh, she drew the bed. Here's her bookshelf. Oh, she drew the bookshelf. Do you see any other similarities in the picture of the map picture and her bedroom picture? This is my house. This is a map of my house. This is my room on the map of my house. Okay, so here's her house. Here's the map of her house. So she shows you the layout. This looks like her bedroom that we already looked at, right? The bed and the bookshelf above it. What might this be? Can you think? What about down here? What about that? What does that look like? What about over here? Okay, maybe your house has a similar layout. Maybe it's completely different, and that's okay. This is my street. This is a map of my street. This is my house on the map of my street. So she was able to draw then the map of her street, and she labeled her house. So people are able to look at this and be able to know, hey, that's her house, and she lives on Oak Street. This is my town. This is a map of my town. This is my street on the map of my town. Okay, so now we're looking at her town, and she put it on a map. This is my state. Lots of farmland. She must live in a countryside, a rural place, not a big city. Okay? This is a map of my state. This is my town on the map of my state. So Kansas is actually one of the states in the United States of America. And so just like GES is in Nonthaburi, which is close to Bangkok, which is a place inside of Thailand. That's kind of what this girl is talking about. She's talking about her state, her one little spot on the whole United States. This is my country, the United States of America. This is a map of my country. This is my state on the map of my country. Okay, so again, there's lots of states in America, and so Kansas, where she's from, is right here, and it's labeled, so people are able to find where she lives. Okay, she's pointing to it. This is my world. It is called Earth. It looks like a giant ball. If you could unroll the world and make it flat, ooh, what's it going to be called, first grade? A map. It would look something like this map of the world. This is my country on the map of the world. Okay, so she flattened it out, and you would have to find North America. North America. Can you find your country? Asia. We are on the continent of Asia. So here's how I find my special place on the map. First, I look at the map of the world and find my country. Then I look at the map of my country and I find my state. Then I look at the map of my state and I find my town. Then I look at the map of my town and I find my street. And on my street, I find my house. And in my house, I find my room. And in my room, I find me. Just think. In rooms, in houses, on streets, in towns, in countries all over the world, everybody has their own special place on the map. Wow. Just like me. Just like me on the map. All right, so that is about this little girl finding her place on the map. And just like she has said, we all have our own place on a map. And so I have some maps that I would like to share with you. And then your assignment today is to find yourself on a map, okay? So first I have a big map, okay? It is the map of the whole world. And I have labeled 2 places on it. I have labeled America, the United States of America, which is where I am from, and I labeled Thailand, which is where I currently live, okay? And so this has all 7 continents and all 5 oceans on it, but I wanted to highlight those 2 spots to show where I'm from and where I am, okay? Another map could show the different hemispheres or the parts of the world, okay? So there are 2 different hemispheres. There is the Western Hemisphere and there is the Eastern Hemisphere, okay? Where I'm from in America is on the Western Hemisphere. And where I live now, over here in Thailand, is a part of the Eastern Hemisphere. My current map is of North America. This is my country, the United States, and it is where I am from. But where I currently live is in Thailand, which is on the continent of Asia. Okay? And so they show you zooming out on this map. I had this original map and it was the whole world, and then all of a sudden, here's just the one continent, okay? Or the one hemisphere. So that takes a really big place, Earth, a planet, with lots of continents and oceans, and really zooms in. And I could even then show you even more. I could show you Bangkok. I could show you Nonthaburi. I could show you GES. I could show you my house. Okay, so getting a smaller picture from that big picture really helps people to understand where you are from. All right, so I want you to keep that in mind now as you go and complete where you're from on your seesaw activity. Bye, first grade.